I want to, because when we Google your name, so many pictures come up. So many beautiful pictures of artists that we can never, ever interview.
Right.
We can never speak to them. So I would like to go to a couple of your pictures and ask you the story that you remember from this.
Okay.
And obviously we're going to start with Tupac.
Okay.
That Tupac picture, when we Google you, that Tupac picture comes up.
There's a couple, isn't there? No, there's more than one.
But it's that one with the jersey on.
Mm-hmm. So I wasn't there that day.
How does this picture happen?
Okay.
Did he buy it? Did he call you? Did you send it to him? What is this? How does this happen?
So, Ed Lover, Mark Sex, there was a crew. Mark Sex was part of No Face. No Face was under the umbrella of Def Jam. Def Jam, they had a label out of Queens, right? So, like, they were Ed Lover's people, like Stretch.
Was Live Squad?
Walker,
I'm going to say,
Live
yeah,
Squad,
Live
all
Squad.
of them,
Stretch.
right?
Yeah, okay.
So I knew all of them. So I started styling. Like, they had BWP, Bitches with Problems, and I was styling at this time too, right? I'd started styling from Fashion and Effect. My first styling job was with Audio 2.
Audio 2.
I don't care.
Audio.
That crashed up Benz, that was us and Shirt Kings. We did that together. So that was the first thing.
You're dropping way too much science. Let me just for the listeners that don't know. I'm from Queens, born and raised. At one point, if you didn't have a shirt from Shirt Kings, you wasn't fly. Right. You had to actually go there and get your shirt spray painted.
Absolutely. Shout out
with your name on it, and you had to go back to the hood. Like, you had to go all the way there and go back to the hood and have your shirt spray painted and be like, yeah, that's my name. So I just wanted, when she said Shirt Kings, I can continue.
Shout out to Shirt Kings, for sure. They were one of the first too, when we talk about first, right? Shirt Kings. We can't say not them. We gotta say them.
Right.
Yep.
I never looked at Shirt Kings as merchandise though.
Yeah, but they were kind of like, just don't get that credit.
You're right.
They really did
and
a lot for the
everywhere,
culture. Everywhere.
Out here in the swap meets,
we had everywhere.
It, But I'm saying people were copying that style of doing
right.
Everywhere out here,
Right.
Yeah.
So go ahead, you finish.
So Stretch and Pac started hanging out.
Right.
And I don't remember which came first, but I remember seeing them on a set when I was styling BWP.
Right.
And then another time, I think it might have been when I went to trial for Juice.
To be in the movie?
Yeah.
What role?
I just really wanted, at this time, I was still doing Fashion and Effects, so I wanted to get my clothes out there. So any way I could, I was hustling. So I wore a custom velour sweatsuit that was crazy with the bucket hat. And I had my cards.
I'm with Ian. Which role, though?
I didn't get any of them. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. But I remember him stopping me like, yo, where you get that? And I was like, I made it.
And when you say him,
Tupac.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Gave the card. And so, and I don't know if that was the first or the second time, but we kept seeing each other to the point where.
But your brand wasn't known yet when you met.
It wasn't. I was still doing a lot of styling.
Right.
And I was making suits at this time. I was doing something called the Rough and Rugged suit, which was like.
I got that in my notes.
Okay. Yep. It was a heavy denim suit.
Look, Rough and Rugged suit.
That's
so you
right.
know. Just so you know. It's in my notes.
On your job.
Cool. All right, cool. Go ahead.
Yep, but this Rough and Rugged suit caught fire. So, like, crossover, you think about that video with EPMD, they went like all black with velour. Like, that was that suit. But then we started doing it in denim. And just a lot of people started wearing it. So that gave me the gumption to start Walkerwear. But Pac, it was me seeing him styling a lot of different people, because we started styling a lot of people as well.
So how did so from the store?
From the store
to styling.
So what happened was go ahead. We're at the store. This is still the 80s, and we didn't have the internet. We didn't have anything.
Right.
So
Only
word of mouth was the credible. So I remember Milk and Giz coming in. Light and Swatch told Milk, and he was doing his cover.
Brother and sister, right?
Yep. And they were like, I want Brooklyn.
Milk and MC Light. Milk D.
Milk and Milk and Gears, and Milk is MC Light's sister?
Brother? Yeah.
And then Shaggy, Shinehead,
Yeah.
right? This is old school, but they're classic and they are legends in Brooklyn. So Brooklyn was fine in Brooklyn. And then one day, little round kid, Biggie Smalls, 15 years old, he walked in. We had the airbrushing. We were doing airbrushing. We were doing acrylic fashion in effect. Now, Big was from my neighborhood, so I'd always see him on the corner coming out the train. We'd always nod, but I didn't know him. But this airbrush shirt stopped him, came in the window, found out he was, you know, his love was hip hop.
And he was Biggie at the time. He wasn't notorious.
He wasn't notorious.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he was still like trying to get signed.
He might have not even been Biggie yet.
He wasn't. He was just rapping and he was like talking to me and real cool. And that he started supporting us, and that's how we built those relationships. So from that, Milk came back. That's how I started finding out about styling. After we did that cover, he was like, "Can you guys style our video?" And I was like, "Yeah." I didn't even know what styling was, but I was like, "Yeah, if we get paid for it too." So we styled the video, and
don't tell me this Milk is chilling. Don't tell me
no, it wasn't that one.
All right, cool.
But from that, I saw, wow, that's another revenue stream branch, and we needed them all. So I was like, we're going to start styling. And that's how we started styling. We did Shaq. We did everybody from Shaq to, like, with his videos, Fushnikins.
Shaq Fu?
Like,
Shaq Fu the name of the song?
Y'all smooth. We don't got nothing
There's a lot of walkaway in that. We did a lot. We did LL Cool J's tour. We did, like, from one end of it to the other. All Naughty by Nature, I styled them for years. Run DMC.
For years, people thought that
Tupac.
Run DMC and Naughty by Nature owned Walkaway.
Yeah. I was very ambiguous on purpose because I remember having a conversation with my father when I was first deciding I was going to go for it with Walkaway. And I was like, I don't know if they'll accept a woman making men's clothes, you know? And he was like, well, if you got a chance to, don't do it.
Wow, so purposely you stayed in the background.
I just was like, let the product lead. Just make dope product, put it out there. Let that be the star and let people rock it. Like, we never had official ambassadors.
Right.
It was just love at that time with hip hop. Like, hip hop was energy feeds energy, and we were all building and growing at that time. So it was just like, I believe in you, you believe in me, let's rock.
But you were officially styling them, right?
I was styling some of them, and then some I wasn't styling.
Who was the very first one? If we were giving them flowers right now, very first one that was famous.
Come on.
Or a couple of the first ones.
Okay, so I would say Milk, I would say Audio 2, I would say Shinehead and Shaggy.
Damn, Shinehead and Shaggy. Let's make some noise for Shinehead and Shaggy.
And then right after that, Pac and all the, you know, like, I gotta
This is
give
Pac,
it.
still Digital Underground, Pac.
It's digital.
Right,
I met him when he was a roadie, and then he became that, and then he kept growing. Then when he did Above the Rim, he called and he was like, yo, I'm doing this movie. I want you to do the clothes for the movie. So I remember him, I met him, and we went to the trailer. I met the costume designer, the costume wardrobe, Karen, and he was telling her, I want her to do all of, and she was like, she can't do everything. He was like, well, I want all black designers. So
really?
I got to do the camouflage outfit in that. That's Walkaway.
Right.
And also that hooked vest, that scene with him in the gray with the pants and the shirt, I did that. And then I was like, if you need more black designers, call 5001 Flavors.
Troy.
That's how they got in it.
Troy.
I was with Troy the other night before I came.
Goddamn, make
he
some noise
said,
for Troy.
what's up?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I always thought y'all had it. I don't want to say like a given. I thought y'all had it made. I thought if you was a black designer, you came with LL, like you walk in with LL and you just get a deal. Like I thought Walkaway, you guys just had Tupac and you just walk, and you guys just had a deal. I had no idea the struggle that you guys. I mean, researching you, like it was bittersweet because some of it I cried and I was like, really, this is what black designers go through, and when you hear Kanye going on a rant, And you just be like, Kanye's like, well, you don't know what's going on. And then you actually listen to the names that he was saying, and you go back and research a little bit, and you're like, he has a point. I had no fucking dare.
Yeah, it's been a journey for sure.